Hello everyone, my name is Raj and today we are going to learn how to find the product of two numbers without using actual multiplication. Multiplication is fairly an easy topic, especially in programming, as you can just use a star symbol to get the product of two numbers in majority of programming languages. But how to multiply if we cannot use a star symbol? Today I'm gonna show you different methods to achieve this. And lately we will do a benchmark to test which method is faster. For this tutorial, you should be familiar with basics of programming. Let us start with the most basic and naive method to get the product of two numbers. Let's start with the method 1. In this method, we are just going to add a number a b times in a row to get the product of a and b. Let us code this. So this is the code for method 1. We named it multiply1, which takes two arguments a and b. We initialize the result variable with 0 and iterate from 0 till we reach b. While doing so, we added a to the current result, and after that we just returned out the calculated result. Let us check whether the result is correct or not. Here's the main method. We just defined two variables num1 and num2, and we are printing out the actual multiplication and the output of multiply1 that we just defined above here. As you can see that the actual multiplication is very quick in execution, while our program is quite slow in execution. We can improve this in our second method. So this is the code for our method 2. Method 2 is still a naive method because we haven't done anything special here. We just sorted the value of a and b and stored the smaller value in b and larger value in a, and the execution is similar or is exact as the previous method. But here is the thing. If b is smaller this time, the execution will be quite faster than executing previously. Let us try to find how much faster it is than compared to our method 1. As you can see, method 2 is very faster in comparison to method 1. We will benchmark this in later stages of this tutorial, but still it is an improvement than our method 1. As you can see, multiply 2 is quite faster than multiply 1, but it is still not close enough to compare to the actual multiplication. In ancient Egypt, there was a systematic method to get the product of two numbers without using actual multiplication table. We just have to know how to add and how to multiply and divide by 2. For the third method, we are going to use Egyptian multiplication. You can find out more about Egyptian multiplication on its Wikipedia page. Here, I have added the link in the description below. You can check out. The basic idea behind Egyptian multiplication is that we have to create two columns. First, which contains the value of a, and second one which contains the value of b. Then we halve the value of a, and the corresponding value in column b will be double its previous value. We continue this process until the value of a reaches 1. Whenever there is an even value in column 1, we scratch out the corresponding value in column b, like this. Then once the a value reaches value 1, we just add all the value in column B to find out the multiplication or the product of the two. Here in this case, the 13 multiplied by 238 is 3094. Let us find out how we can code this in actual programming. Let us code the Egyptian multiplication in Python. Here, multiply 3 is based on Egyptian multiplication. Firstly, we initialize the result variable to be equal to 0. Then we started with the do-while loop in Python, which will break when the value of a reaches less than or equal to 1. We also check whether if the value of a is odd in any iteration, we just add the current value of b to the current value of result. In this line, we are halving the value of a, and on this line we are doubling the value of b. When the loop is complete, we just return out the result. Let us check how much faster it is compared to other methods. As you can see, actual multiplication is still quite fast, but we are waiting for multiply 1. As you can see, the difference between method 2 and 3 is unobservable by our common eyes. We can code a benchmarking method to check how much time each execution took. Let us create a utils file first. For benchmarking, we are using the times module performance counter. We created a print benchmark function here, which took a function reference and a list of arguments. Firstly, we initialize the s1 with the performance counter, then execute the function with the passed argument and save its executed result in result variable. Then we close the performance counter and then print out the result in a formatted way. Let us come back to our multiply section. Here we are using the print method here, but we are going to benchmark our result. Firstly, import the utils module that we have created above. From utils, we want to import the print benchmark method. Here I just call the print benchmark method we just defined in the utils module here. I also want to rearrange the order in which I want to call these methods. Firstly, I want to check method 3, then followed by 2 and then 1. And finally, I just want to check how much our methods are faster in execution compared to the actual multiplication. Let us run this. As you can see here, our method 3 is quite comparable to actual multiplication in execution time. Also, our method 1 is the slowest here from the rest of the methods, and our optimized method 2 is still quite faster than multiply 1. So this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel to get latest update on technology, algorithms and coding problems. You can also press that bell button to get latest notifications.